My husband stood up at our anniversary party and told everyone, behind every successful man is a woman who knows when to stay quiet and look pretty. I stood up and said, let's see how successful you are when I actually stay quiet. The next morning, I stopped doing everything I'd been doing behind the scenes to keep his life running. For 11 years, I'd been ghostwriting his emails, preparing his presentations, and feeding him every brilliant idea he'd ever pitched to his board of directors. They called him visionary while I sat in the background, smiling and staying quiet just like he wanted. First day, nothing changed. He had meetings scheduled that I'd already prepared for. Day 3, his assistant called me asking for the quarterly report summary he usually had ready. I told her I didn't know what she was talking about. She said he always had bullet points prepared. I said maybe he should prepare them himself this time. Day 5, he bombed his first presentation. He stood in front of 20 executives with slides I hadn't reviewed, trying to explain a strategy I hadn't mapped out for him. His boss pulled him aside afterward and asked if everything was okay at home. He laughed and said I was probably just hormonal. Week 2, he missed 3 critical contract details because I wasn't reading his emails at 6 a.m. anymore, highlighting what actually mattered and writing his responses while he was in the shower. $1 million deal fell through because he didn't catch a liability clause I would have flagged immediately. His boss was less understanding this time. Week 3, his biggest client called the CEO directly to complain. My husband had sent an email full of typos and contradictions because he'd actually written it himself for once. The CEO forwarded it to the entire leadership team as an example of unacceptable communication. The same husband who'd won an award for business communication excellence the previous year, an award he'd accepted while I sat in the audience knowing I'd written every word of his winning proposals. Month 2 was when the panic really set in. He had to present the annual strategic plan, the one I usually spent 3 weeks crafting while he played golf with potential investors. He locked himself in his office for 72 hours straight, emerging with a 10-slide PowerPoint that looked like a high school project. The board asked him if he'd had a stroke. One member actually suggested he take medical leave. His assistant started typing up his meeting notes because he couldn't remember half of what was discussed without me texting him real-time summaries from the parking lot where I used to sit with my laptop, listening to his calls on speaker. She quit after 2 weeks when he screamed at her for not knowing what he was thinking. 3 months in, he got put on a performance improvement plan. The man who'd been fast-tracked for senior vice president was now having weekly check-ins with HR, like a fresh graduate who couldn't figure out email. His boss assigned him a mentor, a 28-year-old kid who had to teach him how to use the project management software I'd been secretly running for him since 2015. His brother called me, begging. He said my husband was falling apart, drinking every night, calling him at 3 a.m., asking how to create pivot tables in Excel. The same brother who used to joke that I had the easiest life, just supporting my genius husband. I told him my husband was a grown man who could figure out his own pivot tables. The intervention came in month 4. His entire family gathered at our house, which was now a disaster because he couldn't figure out how to schedule the cleaning service, pay the lawn crew, or remember when the pool maintenance was supposed to happen. The kitchen had fruit flies because he didn't know garbage day was Tuesday and recycling was Thursday. His mother sat there crying, asking me why I was destroying her successful son. His father accused me of sabotage. His sister said I was being vindictive and petty. I pulled out my laptop and showed them 11 years of work. Every presentation he'd ever given, every email that had impressed his bosses, every strategy document, every analysis, every clever solution to a complex problem, all created by me. Full story on channel, link below.